Hi folks, Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the ChrisVossShow.com. Be sure to give us a like, subscribe to us on YouTube. We have all the major phone companies sending us phones, and we do tons of product versus comparisons. Now we're doing a versus comparison here. This is going to be kind of interesting. We're doing the iPhones versus the Samsung Galaxy series, and these are the series that we currently have in stock. Now next week we'll have the Note 3, so this will be interesting. We'll do this again then. But what we have is we have the iPhone 4S, we have the iPhone 5, we have the iPhone 5C, and the iPhone 5S. Along with the Samsung Galaxy S3, we have the Samsung Galaxy Note 2, we have the Samsung Galaxy S4 Active, and we have the Samsung Galaxy S4. Now what we're going to be doing is we're using Geekbench 3. This is the Geekbench 3 app. You can download this on the app stores, and you can play along at home to see how your processor compares. And we're just going through and doing a versus comparison to see how each of these phones compares, what their scores they come out to be, and how well they work. And basically we're pitting the iPhones against the Samsung Galaxies. Now, given the iPhone 5S is the newest phone that's out in the market, along with the 5C I should say, but the iPhone 5S definitely has the fastest processor with a 64 gigabyte processor in the speed test we're doing, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. Be sure to watch for the other versus comparisons we're going to do. We're going to do versus comparisons like this with the iPhones versus the LG phones that are latest in the market last year, and also iPhones versus the HTC phones, which will include your HTC One, and also versus the BlackBerries. So be sure to subscribe, give us a like, stay tuned for that. As you can see here, the fastest phone, which is the iPhone 5S, came in at 1414 on its single core score, and 2569 on its multi-core score, which is the fastest we've ever seen. The iPhone 5 came in at 723 on its single core score, 1304. The iPhone 5C came in at 712 at 1283. Let's see who's going to come in next for us on these speeds, and could be just about anybody the way we're going here. Ooh, looks like we have the the Samsung S4 Active and S4 coming in play. You can see here they're fairly close. They're very similar. 678 and 676 single core score for both the devices. 1830 multi-core score, and multi-core score on the Active 1893. Now these are very similar devices if you're familiar with them. On the Note 2 we came in at 520 on the single core score, 1465 on the multi-core score, and on the Samsung Galaxy S3 492 and the multi-core score of 928. So you can see here that definitely the iPhone 5S wins. That should make a lot of people happy that are iPhone fans. Now the Samsung Galaxy S4 is about 6 months old, which is a lifetime in comparison to processors and mobile phones these days. So you have to give it a little bit of benefit of the doubt. It will be interesting. This next week I'll have the Note 3 from Samsung Galaxy that we'll be testing. It has 3 gigabytes of RAM, the new 2.3 gigahertz quad-core processors from Qualcomm, so it'll be interesting to see how they play out, how much they do. But you can kind of see the evolution of speeds here between the devices and all these. We'll eventually here get this iPhone 4S at the end, and you'll be able to see how the Geekbench out. Now this is the Geekbench 3 app. If you're familiar with the newest one, there was a 2 app. But be sure to give us a like, subscribe to us on YouTube, so you can see more of these videos here as we round out once the iPhone 4S comes up. And quite a difference in processor speed, if you can really tell as to how slow it's moving for us, but it's almost there. It takes about 3 minutes. And there we have it, 218 on the single core score and 413 on the multi-core score for the iPhone 4S. And you can see the evolution of scores as the devices have gone through their systems. So be sure to check into the ChrisVossShow.com often. Give us a like, follow us on YouTube, and watch for the other videos we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing the iPhones versus the LGs, BlackBerries, and HTCs, so tune in for that. Thanks for coming by the ChrisVossShow.com. Be sure to check back in often.